Welcome back, and today we're taking a look at this 1986 Schwinn Supreme that I recently acquired. From the colorway and matching headstock, the foam grip on the handlebars, and the MX brakes, this thing's straight out of the 80s. And it's definitely seen some better days. Today's goal? Clean it up. One feature I'd like to point out is the built-in chain guard on the chainring, which was the top of the line feature offered at the time. Look at this cornball. As soon as I started scrubbing, I immediately saw a difference and noticed the reflections coming back. You might be wondering where the fuck I'm getting all these bikes from. Sad to say, an older woman down the street is now widowed and lost her husband. And they were sorting out his collection of items from his garage. My dad notified me that there were 2 bikes outside as I recently got into biking. In high hopes, but jokingly, I asked, a GT? And he said, yeah, I think so. When we walked over to ask about the bikes, we noticed that they had various piles of items. This man was a tinkerer and liked fixing things. His interests were broad, and the items that were accumulated on the lawn were various. Seeing someone's whole collection of items that they accrued through their life just getting tossed away was quite an existential sight. And Socrates was spitting when he said,
all we are is dust in the wind, dude.
the last time I had seen this older fellow was a grim sight. He was extremely frail and weak and had to use a walker to go up the street. He was a shell of the man that I remember seeing tinkering in his garage as I walked home from elementary school. He was an avid fisherman, and him and his wife owned a camper, which every year they'd go to Yosemite or another national park. For example, the saddlebag that was on this bike was from Lone Peak in Utah. This bike had a full life, and now I hope to give it a second life. The tire width is 1.5 at the moment, which is kind of thin. I'd like to beef them up a little bit at 2.2, and I have these GTs that'll be perfect. The front hangers on these have a built-in theft prevention system. Although it has a quick release lever, you still have to unscrew these. Pretty cool. Immediately, you can see the size difference. And when you actually ride the bike, you'll feel the difference, as there's much more surface area making contact with the ground, and the supple tire will make for a softer ride. Now I'm just going to rinse and repeat the process for the back tire. And puts it on the wrong way. I do still want to get some Brillo pads just to get that residual rust that's sitting on the bike, but till then, here it is. With a little bit of elbow grease, you can make things shine. I'm surprised I took off as much oxidation as I actually did without using any Brillo pads. The man's name was Dakota, and that's what I named my Timberline. This was his wife's bike, and hopefully I can give him a great second life.